Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Astral Tourist, where I talk about astral projection, lucid dreaming, and out of body experiences. So, a few nights ago, I was just minding my own business, lying around, just having a good time. I was ascending into the higher dimensions, along with ascending higher up into the Earth's atmosphere. And there was like this super thin, papery white one. I went easily through. They feel kind of interesting. If you've been through some dimensions and you feel something, please comment in the comments and tell me what your experience is. For me, sometimes they're like plasticky or like thin paper. Some are a little thicker. Bubble dimensions, don't get me started. Those are really thick. But anyway, I was ascending up into the dimensions. I was ascending up into the sky, up high in the Earth's atmosphere, and I made it out into space. For that one, I was in the air for quite a while, so I wasn't going as fast as I could be. I didn't have as much energy as I could have had, but I still made it on up there. So I was really thrilled with that. I was happy to just be zooming out in there around space. I had gotten outside of our immediate system here. I don't remember going by any of our planets. I went some other direction. I don't know. Uh, I was just out. It was really dark, and that's how space is. If you mind the dark, you maybe want to avoid getting too far out into space because there are these areas where you really don't see that much light. Like maybe if you really look for it with your 360 vision on high, you'll see some stars in the distance. But once you get out into the deeper space areas, there's nothing but pitch black for long periods of time, especially if you're going slow. I wasn't really going slow, I don't think, but definitely not as fast as I could have been. And there was this, I noticed this thing coming at me with my 360 vision from my back left, and it was hauling, let's just say, apples. It was hauling apples. It was going so fast. And I was wondering, I better get out of its way because it was headed right for me. It wasn't even looking to go past me. It was coming right up on me. And so I was thinking, I gotta move, I gotta move. I wasn't sure if I could get out of the way in time. And just right then, there was a big booming voice that said, "You are chosen to stir the pot." It was so clear. It was booming like on megaphone, like it was way louder than it even needed to be. But then it came in with a Galactic Command code. And that was just like a feeling vibe. It came through like telepathically, like, and my brain processed it as Galactic Command, not even Galactic Council. And for those that have been listening, you know that the council has given me a few jobs here and there. So I immediately knew, okay, this is another job coming in. I wasn't sure what the whole chosen part was. I don't know if I was chosen because I happened to be in the right area of space at that time. If it was a tailored job just for me. I don't want to be egotistical and think that though. I think maybe I was just in the vicinity and they had something for someone to do in that vicinity of space. So then that thing came right up under me, and whoa, was it fast. I was like sitting on top of it kind of, or kind of attached to it energetically, I should say. I'm not even sure I was actually sitting, but it was underneath me. It wasn't super big, like maybe 3 feet wide at the most all the way around, and I don't think it was even a complete circle or anything. It was just energy moving really quick, faster than light quick. FTL. And I noticed after we got through a lot of the darkness, there were three stars in like a triangle shape with the longest pointed one like on the left, kind of turned on its side a little bit. And we were headed just to the left of that star. Oh, and before that we made kind of an S shape. Like we turned to the left and then we curved around another star to the right. And then I saw those three in the distance, like I described. and we were going just to the left of that one. And then there was like this movement of coming down, and I kind of blacked out a little bit, like just briefly. Not for very long, but I could still feel the motion. Like everything was kind of dark and dim, and I could still feel the motion of this object or energy, uh, whatever you want to call it. And then as things came into view, like we were phasing into the area where this thing was taking me, this UFO energy ball, whatever, was taking me, I could see, I thought I saw what looked like a small planet, like a grayish, whitish, small orb of a planet. Not tiny, tiny, but maybe, I don't know, a little smaller than Mars, maybe? I'm just guessing here. I'm not good with sizes, especially when we're going really fast, right? But it did have a grayish, whitish quality. We were coming in through some layers of atmosphere, which again, I was only seeing like grayish, whitish colors. And then there was just fluid everywhere, fluid all in, like in a spiral. And I noticed there were these fish in there. I think they were fish. They were long, slender beings. I could see they had little mouths. Like I'm calling them fish, but I don't know if they were just some other type of being, and my brain was kind of just processing them as being fish-like. So let's say fish-like beings, and there were so many, like thousands and thousands of these, and this object I was on left me there and went and added energy to the mix so that it was stirring them up like in a vortex, round and round, and they were going higher and higher and higher in this vortex. And I could see at the same time it was stirring up all these little points of material, like I don't know if it was light, particles, something. And these beings began going at them. They were eating them or just absorbing them, maybe. It was hard to tell in all the motion. So this was a feeding job. So this object was doing it already. I didn't have to do anything yet, but I remembered my orders. Stir the pot. So after this thing ran out of energy and just kind of dissolved, it was just me there with them. And whenever they would start to slow down a little bit, I did my job. I did my best to whip the energy up in there and keep it going. And I just did that for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so. And then I was running out of energy, so I just decided to stay until I woke up and got pulled back. Um, I was there for quite a while, though. I mean, 10 minutes in the astral. I don't know. It seemed like longer to me, but I think it was only 10 minutes. It's hard to say. But I would whip them up by like putting my hand in there, my astral hand, all wispy like, and just moving the energy. It was all going counterclockwise. So I was just whooshing it counterclockwise in various locations, trying not to touch any of these beings or anything, and just whoosh the energy around. I could feel it. It was palpable. Um, and then I got pulled back. So then I was thinking about this for a little while. And remember, not too long ago, I had the astral experience where I went to an astral class where they were teaching us about these particular aquatic beings that need particular food and how to recognize different body parts and things. I didn't see any tentacles on these particular ones, but I wonder if I got that job because it might have been related to that class. Because I remember that the food was important. They need to have a particular kind of food and maybe even feed on it a certain way. I don't remember that detail in the class. But I just think there's a connection there, possibly. Maybe I'm wrong. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you've seen some aquatic beings in space or, um, had some fun adventures. Ask me some questions. I can do a Q&A sometime. Thanks so much for listening and tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you do, and have a great, great week. P.S. I'll add a link to that video about the astral class here at the end of this um, video.